I suffered depression.
You are fake news.
I am not suicidal.
We'll circle back with you directly. I can circle back. I'll circle back with you.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Hello and welcome to episode 334 of the Jeffrey and Brian Show. I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Brian.
And with two guys drinking some beers, talking about what's going on. We have our friend with us, Guapo. Good to see you from the beginning.
Yeah.
Though we see him at the end.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Well, see, that's the thing is, I don't think I'm allowed to say it, but I've heard a lot of people of color call it CC or CPT.
People color type or something like that.
Yeah. I remember that was being used as an argument, is why folks were late all the time. Like, that's not a good argument, right? Like, that's just racist.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about that shooting in Newport News. Was it a first grader? A 6-year-old shot the teacher through the hand and in the chest or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
The trial started for the principal about child neglect and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Because apparently the principal had informed that this kid had a weapon. Within hours, those charges were thrown out today or yesterday, whenever.
Right.
I get it. How could I wasn't there. I don't know what's going on. But you can't just go searching kids' bags because someone accused them of something too,
Right.
Federal judges dismissed the human smuggling cases against Garcia. Or Kilmar Abrego Garcia, is that his name?
Yeah.
Haven't heard that guy's name in a while. I thought we were done hearing about him.
Yeah. Well, what's going to happen to him? They're going to get deported or what?
That's an excellent question. That was one thing we were talking about before. Were they doing all this just to drag their feet so that he couldn't be deported? Because he's still got several orders of deportation, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like Donald Trump's going to give him a green card.
Yeah. Oh, you weren't smuggling people across the border? Here, now you get to be a citizen. No.
Right.
But yeah, I want to stay on this to the end. This didn't make any real news stuff. I don't know if any of you noticed this. It was basically just like articles you had to go find because you follow the news. Like there wasn't a big CNN or Fox News piece about it,
Just bury in we don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. News dump on Friday where news goes to die because everyone goes out and does weekend stuff all weekend and forgets about it.
Yeah, but what do you mean? We reported it on Friday afternoon.
Here's possibly the greatest news we've got on the show. Brian, do we still have Canadian listeners or did they all give up on us?
No, I think we still got Canadian listeners.
Well, if we have any Albertan,
yeah, they're trying to succeed from Canada.
They've already passed a vote to whether or not put it on an actual ballot and have like a real vote.
Yeah.
And there's a handful of options they have, which I'm not sure what they all mean. But like one of them is leave Canada but stay United Kingdom. Another one's like leave the whole thing. And I was like, are they even allowed to do that? One of them was leave Canada. Yeah, become an independent nation without the UK. And another option would be contact the United States and become a state. And I was like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do we want Alberta, though? I mean, I guess it's better than Quebec.
They have all the oil.
They do have a lot of oil, you're right.
There'll be no big Texas.
Yeah, we're about to move in on Cuba. So if we get Alberta, all we need is Greenland, and Trump's setup will be complete.
Yep.
Assuming he can finish off what he's got going on in the Strait of Hormuz, anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was crazy that they were having a vote to leave Canada.
Well, they feel like they're not representative because they're very conservative in Alberta, and Toronto is not conservative whatsoever.
Yes, it's more sparsely populated, I believe, too. Even the major cities aren't as dense, right?
Yeah.
You tend to get more conservatism out in areas like that because I'm not sure exactly how far north people live in Alberta, but I mean, there's fucking polar bears up in Canada, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and if you're not allowed to have a weapon to defend yourself, you know, or you have to go through a 6-month, 6-year process to get your hands on a shotgun to stop a polar bear.
Oh, funny enough, he's talking about bears and not guns. As soon as they pass a weapon ban, now we're seeing black bears in here in Norfolk.
Yeah, well,
I was like, okay.
this one I thought was fun, Brian. We
Yeah.
talked about that. We talked about that Waymo that drove through the construction site, right?
I think so, yeah.
A while ago. And I just read another one today actually about doing the same thing, but it went through wet concrete. And now apparently
Running from the police.
Yeah, running from the police through a construction zone with a passenger in it. So Waymo's gonna stop doing highway stuff.
Waymo's like automated vehicle.
Yeah, there's no driver.
So why is it running away from the police?
It wasn't. It just didn't recognize the sirens telling it to stop.
Oh.
So it was like OJ did. It just kept driving. It just ignored the police.
Who was gonna get the ticket?
No, the passenger.
You think it would have to be the company that owns the machine?
Mm-hmm. It's like a cat.
And I just can't believe they're letting these things operate on the road already. If we're having issues like this, oh my God. I'm not getting in one of those things, and I'm not crossing the road if there's one coming anywhere nearby either.
Unfortunately, it's going to take a tragedy for them to stop completely. You know what? This is a bad idea.
Well,
I couldn't tell you that.
Did these things stop for people?
They're supposed to.
So how is it not stopping for a construction zone? That just blows my mind.
Yeah, this is what I said.
If the big barricade doesn't tell the vehicle you can't go this way, how is a person standing in front of it with a stroller going to tell it don't go this way or stop? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit, Tesla has better reactions automatically than these things do. Don Lemon's all butthurt again. He's blaming the patriarchy and the white man and et cetera, is why he lost his job on CNN.
No, still crying about that? That was like 2
what?
years ago. He's still crying about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's disappeared into oblivion. He's
got a podcast.
The only reason why his name is anywhere is because he went and helped those guys commit a crime and break into a church. But it's, oh my God. He's like, oh yeah, they were less quiet. No, dude, you're a partisan motherfucker. You couldn't give the news. And nobody was watching you when you were on the news anymore because they knew what you were going to say. They got it all from Rachel Maddow 45 minutes earlier on MS Now, okay?
Yeah. True.
I saw his name come up again. I had to bring it in.
Right.
Oh! What an inconvenient truth this is, Brian.
Yep.
The world's not going to end in 5 years because of climate change, according to the leading climatologists.
Well, they've been
and the
saying
United
that
Nations.
for like 20 years, so.
Yes, but the UN finally agreed, or it was the UN, yeah, right? That climate committee.
Yeah.
They finally come out and be like, yeah, you're right. It's definitely not the worst case scenario. And they're being ripped apart by a lot of people saying we changed policy, we increased taxes, we gave incentives for stuff because you said the world was ending and we had to do something about it now, not tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Didn't AOC say the war's at the end like 5 years, like 6 years ago?
Oh, she's done it more than once. That's the problem.
Oh.
She just puts out a new number every time it shows up again. Tulsi Gabbard has resigned her position.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, she's citing her husband having a rare bone cancer diagnosis. But weren't a bunch of documents just taken from her home by the CIA?
Apparently, it's like a procedure. It's nothing crazy. That's why nobody works.
She was the head of department.
Mm-hmm.
CIA worked for her. Department of National Intelligence.
I guess what I think will happen is like, hey, you need to get this document back or something. Then we're gonna give it back to you. But nobody's making a big deal out of this.
Okay.
Well, some people did make a big deal about that.
Yeah.
excuse me, but they're all left-wing journalists saying that she was being raided by the CIA. Actually, Fox News did.
Yeah.
Jesse Waters did like a breaking news, and it's been confirmed by congressional representatives. I just thought it was interesting that happened, and then the resignation comes. And don't get me wrong, the
No.
bone cancer is a big enough reason, but
Yeah. I mean, she's not even raising hell about it. So
who's that super obnoxious right-wing reporter that seems to know everybody? Oh, I can't remember her name. I want to say Anna Paulina Luna, but she's a representative, isn't she?
yeah. She's
Crap.
cool.
Laura Loomer.
Mm,
Like 2 days before Gabbard resigned, Loomer said that she was going to be leaving the position soon.
probably should found out about the husband having lung cancer.
Do you guys see not just MS Now, but a whole bunch of these news corporations come out blasting Senator, what was his name? Of course, it's Mike Johnson. Oh, it was the Speaker of the House. My mistake, Mike Johnson.
Wow.
Giving him a hard time. Because on the floor, he said that our rights are God given, and she said
Oh.
that's stupid. They could come from the Constitution. and then
then
a whole
it
bunch of
was.
people did this. Yeah, a whole bunch of people did this at the same time, and everyone came out online and was like, "Have you read the fucking paper?"
Apparently not.
It turns out 47 states' individual constitutions cite God in them too.
Mm. For our creator, what do you think that means?
Exactly. Oh,
You know, I
Because
went to
it-
college and they didn't like. I think college is a waste of fucking money, dude. Just to show you right here.
this is what I
Journalism.
brought up recently. I say recently, a couple months ago. I said, if you're going to be trying to cite the Constitution, maybe you should give it a read first. And the dude I know, that dude, Sean dude, was like, "Oh, I recommend you do the same thing yourself." I was like, dude, trust me, I've read it more than once. So when I shared this out, and I was like, this is exactly what I was talking about with people saying that people should read it. This motherfucker responded with, yeah, I did. Where does it say anything about that? I was like, oh my God, the preamble, the opening of it. It's the first line. But yeah, that and the Declaration of Independence both cite God as to where our rights come from.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
They're just like I don't get it. Like they just don't wanna. Just so stubborn. That's why they got a donkey as a.
Well, that brings up the question: are these people in these positions, these jobs, that stupid, or are they betting on their viewership being stupid enough to believe it and vote accordingly?
I think it's a combination of both, half and half.
So some of them are actually that dumb, but some of them know better and are just trying to manipulate you into being stupid. Which
Yeah,
a big
just
thing.
because I tell the difference. That's the thing.
That's something I brought up on this show more than once. Is we need to dump this social studies crap in high school and bring back civics. These people graduating college now have no idea how our government works. And it's like you're casting votes and you don't even know what your vote means or where it goes or what it does.
Right.
Over here, the governor, Morrissey, he started this new ad campaign to convince businesses in Virginia to come over to West Virginia and set up shop.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
And he's targeting Loudoun County.
He is targeting Loudoun County, but I think he should also look further inland. I'm sorry, closer to the shore, and have a look at Purdue, the chicken. And Tyson is over there, and Smithfield. The pork folks are all over there in Virginia.
Yep.
All of that could work easy out here. Tons of room for farmland, and you can set up your processing plant in the middle of nowhere, so it doesn't even stink up the surrounding areas, except for the people who work there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Morrissey's exactly when he's trying to pull a lot of these folks in. Like, look what the individuals is what he's talking about. Loudoun. He wants to bring the wealthy people from Loudoun into West Virginia over by like Harper's Ferry area for a lower tax, but he's offering businesses the same incentive basically. And this is a little concerning There's
You're gonna start
two.
burning blue.
Well, we got two environmentalist groups suing a graphite factory here in West Virginia. They're leaving all sorts of stuff like sulfates. Excuse me, I got nasty frog. Sulfates and lead and all sorts of nasty stuff in the runoff that they're dumping into the creeks, and
Okay.
it's ending up in the mahogany or whatever the big giant national forest through that river, through the Elk River, which runs across the street from my house.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some other streams and tributaries. I don't know how much this will affect me directly. I'm on the top of the mountain, so like
Yeah,
nothing's
that's it.
rolling, nothing's coming downhill into my water supply. But if this is true, this is a big deal, and these guys could be in a lot of trouble. And meanwhile, Memorial Day weekend, the wood chopping festival has begun here in West Virginia. Yeah, it is a spot to get into the World Championship if you win here this week.
Nice.
It is. It's pretty cool. It's a big tradition. Brings a lot of people into town. Puts a lot of money into a very, very poor area.
That's good.
Yeah, we had guys from New Zealand, a dude from New Zealand again, and the same Canadian again, show up to try to compete, which I thought was pretty cool.
You compete.
Me, no, these guys are pros. If I tried to compete with them, I would put that axe right through my foot. I would love to get into some of the crazy stuff they do, but that's, oh my goodness, these guys, they do it so fast. Even with my nice brand new Sawn, I got a nice new shiny chain on it. It still takes me twice as long as these guys with their freaking like 200 horsepower chainsaws, you know?
Okay.
Oh, it's crazy. Some of these dudes show up with like $2,500 chainsaws. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like I bought a nice farm boss and it cost me 500. You know what I mean? And that's a nice saw. All right, what's going on in Michigan?
We had senior skip day at Lake Michigan at the beach. Happened from a whole bunch of schools all chose one day and they all went to the beach and partied it up at the beach, and the day ended up in several arrests and citations.
So they have fun.
They had fun.
Yeah, this is what happens on senior skip day, right?
Yeah.
They were caught
Drinking.
and there was 12 citations for alcohol violations, 2 citations for marijuana possessions, 3 citations for loud music, and 2 arrests for resisting and obstructing the police.
Ah,
Wow.
now I see.
And some of the people that left one spot, they went to another park, and the cops had to come there too.
I don't. It's kind of like risky, you know. Like, what are we gonna do this toward the end of the graduate? I mean, close to graduation. You think they would do after graduation, after you get your certificate, you know?
Because you wouldn't be skipping school if it was after
I know,
graduation.
Yeah, no, but just saying, like,
I mean, this is what teenagers do, and yes, it's a good way to cause serious injury. My senior prom, we had a kid go to the emergency room with alcohol poisoning. Yeah, but she was just stupid, trying to drink a bottle of whiskey by herself. You know, senior in high school.
That's never a good idea.
Yeah, even if you're professional, that just means you're burning a hole in your stomach at that point, right?
Yeah.
You even talking about it hurts.
I mean, I remember we went down to this party down on Duxbury Beach in Massachusetts when I was younger, and the beach was public. No, yeah, it was a public beach, but you had to go through private property to get there. And you had to cross town lines when you did it. So like the next town over would call the cops because you were technically in Pembroke. But so they had to get on the radio, call over to Duxbury. Duxbury would come down to get you, but we'd sit there with a police scanner playing the whole time. And we'd hear the call going over the radio, like, "All right, everyone, time to get up and go." We made too much noise, and we'd be leaving, throwing out empty bottles and everything. And the cops would be like, "Just quick search of the car." Like, "You going home?" I'm like, "Yep." I'm like, "All right, just get out of here." Like, okay. And I don't know. I mean, maybe not slapping these kids with arrests. Granted, if you're resisting, but getting nailed to these fines is it's gonna be on your record for a while, and people are gonna make decisions based on that as you're getting out of high school. You know.
Yeah. You know,
This is
I
Michigan,
graduated-
right?
Yeah, I mean, I graduated from high school and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it was Michigan.
But nobody asked me for a certificate of high school. Like, I was like, okay.
Well, there's a lot of rural area in Michigan, right, Brian?
Mhm.
Oh yes.
Yes,
There
exactly.
is.
Exactly. So a lot of these guys aren't going right off to college. A lot of these guys are going to be looking for jobs, logging or farming or whatever, right?
So
Mhm.
they're okay then.
Do you want to hire the guy who just got picked up for, drinking
Yeah.
too much? The teenager who, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you can give him, you could say
Like,
it
you
was a
give me,
dumb
like,
mistake,
6 months
but at the same
probation.
time, there's 20 other kids graduating that are looking for the same job, you know?
Yeah, then you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that.
All right. What's going on with the fishes? You guys gonna
Well-
start switching which fishes you
Yeah, the commercial fishermen want to be able to because the whitefish is kind of waning in the Detroit River and the other major rivers around here. So they want the ability to start fishing for trout and walleye.
what is a whitefish? Is that just what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
That's like the expensive fish sticks, right?
Probably.
Because the cheap fish sticks are cod usually.
Yeah, with whitefish stocks plummeting in the lower Great Lakes, commercial fishermen want the ability to target new species so they can keep making a living.
Yeah, and you know
So
what?
why
Yeah,
are the whitefish stocks plummeting in Michigan? Is it because it was overfished or because there's something going on with the lakes?
That's an excellent question. Is it overfished because they're not fishing these other fish, or exactly, or is something being dumped in there that's affecting this fish? Because maybe, perhaps, just leaving them alone for 2 to 3 years will bounce the population right back.
Yeah.
But if something else is killing them,
You should be killing the other fishes too, though.
maybe it might be something specific, like a
Yeah.
genetic thing that's going on. You know what I mean? It might be
Snakeheads.
causing a mutation.
The snakehead. I don't
The
think they
snakehead?
the snakehead fish. I don't think it's made it all the way up here yet because they put electric fences up on the
Mhm.
Mississippi River and other things coming to the Great Lakes, so they can't get through. They haven't gotten through them yet. So
These fish would like
it would say
hunt
it's
these
an
other
invasive
fish?
species. Yeah, it eats everything that it comes across. There's no.
It'll hunt them to extinction. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff going on over there in Michigan. It's good. It's crazy because usually when you hear about Michigan,
Mhm.
it's either some stupid crime in Detroit or some stupid Democrat policy.
Yep. We got a lot of
But-
those.
But yeah, but people don't realize how empty Michigan really is. It's a huge plot of land. And Brian's house right now is like 20% of the population of the whole state. And somehow he gets no say in the government.
I do now. I'm a registered Michigan resident.
Watch your vote actually change the way the elections go there because
Well, Kathy's
so many more,
registered too, so that's two more.
so many people just moved into Michigan all of a sudden.
people.
Well, speaking of swaying the votes, Maryland has been busted with sending out the wrong size ballots and mail-in ballots, so they wouldn't be able to be read by the machine. Didn't this happen? Was it 2 years or 4 years ago?
I think 4 years ago.
You skipped one. When did you want to
Did I?
color Exxon?
Oh, I do. I'm sorry. It was red. I automatically skipped it because I do that in my head.
Mm.
That was a good transition.
Mhm.
Yeah, but Exxon Mobil is being sued by Massachusetts, which is fascinating because they brought up a photograph of a sign they had saying how it reduces emissions when in use in conjunction with their synthetic motor oil. That it goes down by 3%. And in the photograph, they cut that off and presented it to people to get their opinions of whether or not this should go forward. So Exxon came forward with the correct thing, saying, "You're ruining our bad reputation. You took out how we explained what's going on." And it turns out that the year's in here somewhere. It was before I was, well, I say before, but after I left Mass the first time, before I got there the second time. Yeah, back in 19, then Attorney General Laura Healy got some shit done so that state fleet vehicles and any company with more than 20 vehicles had to keep track of their emissions, which is easier than it sounds because you have to do annual emissions testing to get your safety sticker.
Okay.
So all you do is extrapolate that out per mile driven kind of thing, you know?
Uh,
And this was all passed into law, and then they're suing these guys for not meeting these standards. But it turns out none of these records have been kept, and they were still enforcing the old standard. And it's like, we went through all of this shit with you guys for this. So
Yeah.
Exxon is suing them for this. And if Exxon is suing you, they're not coming for $100 million, are they?
Nope. They're coming for more.
No. They're looking for $1 billion. And what's going to happen to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts when they owe $1 billion all of a
And they
sudden?
go bankrupt.
Yeah, but the state can't go bankrupt. So what happens? Either the taxpayers bail, the United States bails them out, or the cost of everything is going to skyrocket for everyone
Yep.
to pay off this debt, because they're already over budget as it is. I can't remember the exact number, but it's approaching $1 billion or over budget as it is. If they go in more than double that, dear God, dude, I can't. Even if you decide to pack up and leave, a gallon of gas is going to cost you $15 because of the taxes put on it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that leads directly to the truckers too. Who's going to want to deliver anything to? I would say Cape Cod, but that's to be done by ship.
Right.
Who's going to want to deliver anything to like the South Shore of Massachusetts when you have to drive at least a couple hours through Massachusetts to get there? But it's not actually on. There's no pier like dock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's going to be the truck driver driving out there going, I'm not filling my truck up when it's $15 for gasoline and $19 for diesel, you know? That's when things fall out. That's when things crumble fast. And I'm telling you, any of my family or friends still up there, get the fuck out before you can't. You do not want to be there when the freaking roof falls down because they kept taking the walls out. All right. Maryland. Handing out faulty ballots to was this statewide or was this in a certain area? Perhaps just a red district?
Probably. It is
But either way, 600. Oh no, I'm sorry.
400,000. It was
Oh my God.
It was a state contractor mistakenly mailed incorrect party ballots to some of the more than 400,000 voters who requested. So it's not 400,000; it's some of the 400,000 that requested mail-in ballots for next month's primary election. So it was only a Republican issue.
Okay, so the company the Republican Party hired to make their ballots fucked it up.
No, I think it's still a state issue. A state contractor, it says here.
State contractor. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
They're
And
going
only
on
the
to this.
Republican tickets.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
Hand
Their
count.
the Freedom Caucus is demanding a federal scrutiny of the state's voter rolls and election procedures, warning that flooding the system with replacement ballots creates yet another opening for confusion, mistakes, and potential abuse.
So another strongly worded letter.
Yeah, sounds that way. But why can't we get this shit right? Like, why don't we just count it? Hand count.
I mean, you could. It's been done before.
Yeah, but I'm like,
Didn't Florida come down to a hand count with the hanging
Chad.
Chad incident?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I was alive
Al
for
Gore. Al Gore refusing to accept the election outcome, right?
Yep. Supreme Court had to get involved and tell Florida to stop counting.
Yeah, it wouldn't make a difference anyway, Florida, okay? He's going to lose even if he wins all of the votes in Florida. But as you mentioned, cleaning up voter rolls, North Carolina just did something fascinating. Let me find exactly. The jury duty.
Yeah.
People who had been called in for jury duty but said, I'm not a citizen, to get out of jury duty are now going to be removed from the voter rolls because they're not citizens.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart.
I was like, well, yeah.
How did they get on the voter rolls if they're not citizens? That's my question.
Same way they got called up for jury duty.
it's just
because you check a box doesn't mean that you're a citizen.
Yeah, this automatically check in. DMV needs to stop. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, that reminds me, just like the draft they're doing now, right?
Yep.
Did any of you guys watch the Kevin Hart roast?
I did. I watched it twice now.
Yeah, I've seen most of it. I haven't finished it yet because the kids wouldn't stay in bed. But
Yeah, it's not
Chelsea
kid
Handler,
friendly.
yeah, Chelsea Handler needs to be slapped in the face.
Is there big boobs?
She's like, no, but she said something stupid about like,
oh,
what
the
if,
first.
what if we made the draft mandatory and you guys had to go fight? It's like, bitch, they already
Yeah,
signed
right.
up for the draft. They had to because it was mandatory.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, did she not know this?
So she
Yeah.
didn't write. She probably didn't write the material. Somebody else wrote
Yes.
it for her. She's reading
Yes,
it off
yes.
of teleprompter.
True, but I mean, doesn't everyone realize that all men have to register for the draft at 18?
No.
I thought this was something that was common knowledge.
If you want to apply for any financial aid or get federal jobs or anything like that, you gotta register.
Yeah, and if you don't, you can face massive penalties and even jail time.
Yep, yep.
But yeah, it just pissed me off when she was running her mouth. I was like, I hate this woman.
I think the
And that-
first time I watched it, I was watching it by myself, so I fast forwarded through her. I didn't even
Oh.
watch her part of the comedy show, but last night when I was watching it again, I was watching it with a couple people, so I had to sit through it, you know.
Oh, I will say,
And
R.
she
Kelly,
she's not the funniest comedian that
No.
was on the roast, that's for
I don't know
sure.
how she made a living. Like how?
well,
You know,
exactly what Shane Gillis said. It's like, oh, well, you're a giant whore. We know this because you've been telling us for 30 years what a giant whore you are.
Yeah.
Then she goes on some podcast and they called me a whore, but it doesn't hurt my feelings. And I was like, well, then you wouldn't be
Then-
bitching about it.
Exactly.
But I got a good laugh out of R. Kelly roasting him when it started.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh, that was good. And then what was her name there? The flautist.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, the one who disrespected James Madison's crystal flute.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. She Lizzo,
Yeah, Lizzo. Yeah.
the one who lost all that. She was laughing her ass off. Did
Yeah,
you
she
see
was.
that?
He got
Especially
into
she
it.
loved.
Well, they're all
loved
getting
the fat
paid to be
jokes.
there too. You know, they're getting paid
True,
to
but
be
she
made
was-
fun of.
She was loving the fat jokes. She was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
these are great." Look how much weight she lost.
Yep.
But she loved the fat jokes, and I just was like, great. Lizzo, I don't care for your music, and I kind of pissed me off with the Madison flute thing, but I can get over it because it is a musical instrument, even though she's the only person to ever play it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the more I hear from her, the more she's coming out as like a red-blooded MAGA Republican. Oh, all right. Oh, this one was in Michigan, I think. This Democrat, of course, it's taking forever to load up. I saw a video of her recently twerking like in her kitchen.
Mhm.
Here you go. Democrat twerks for votes, posts her own mugshots, and celebrates being enemy of white men. And she's a white woman, by the way.
Yeah, she's running. She's running for Congress in Michigan using a different campaigning method.
Yeah, I don't. There might be a video. No, never mind. It's locked. I've already looked at too many Blaze Media articles this week. It won't let me open another one. But I was like,
There's no. I mean, maybe it's on TikTok, so I don't have TikTok. So
Mm.
yeah, it's everywhere. It's just a matter of finding it. But oh my god, I was like, I can't believe this is what we've come down to. It's like these people are supposed to be making decisions that run how that operates the government, and the way they're gonna get votes is by shaking their ass. Like, what does that have to do with the policy of energy use taxes? You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is why I need to repeal the 19, not just for women but for men too. Unless you got skin in the game, that's the only time you can vote. You know.
Oh man, I'm
See
all
if
for a literacy
ChatGPT can
test.
find it for me.
Oh boy, you might find some crazy stuff with ChatGPT. Who knows?
Oh nope, can't promote sexualized content involving a real person.
That's embarrassing. You got an X account?
No.
What are you looking for?
The Democrat, twerking Democrat.
Oh yeah, I remember. Mhm. Yep.
All right.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
But yeah, she's up there on the list now with was it Pelorico is the guy's name in California and Plattner
Right.
in Maine. It's like, what's the matter with you? And Tallarico, I think is his name, not Pelorico.
Yeah, Tallarico. Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, an old video of Graham Plattner, the guy running for a congressional seat in Maine, right?
Yeah.
Is it? I think it's it's state.
I don't know. I think
not
it's
the
Senate. I think
Senate.
it's
Okay,
Senate.
state, not federal, though, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, the Nazi tattoo guy.
Yeah.
A video is resurfaced of him celebrating this dude getting shot in Afghanistan.
Yeah, that should help his campaign.
Yeah, he was a Marine himself, so yeah, it's gonna really help you with the vet vote there, huh?
Yep. There's a vet vote in Maine, so.
Yeah, yeah. Oddly enough, the most remote places you find the more and more vet dense areas, except for like right around a major base like NOB,
Right.
because I'm sure that you got more vets there than you would if you went to like Boston or New York City per capita.
Yeah, because a lot of people retire from there and they never move back to where they came from. I did it for 30 years.
Yeah, you're probably gonna go back to Virginia someday too, because you're not leaving your boat unattended, are you? You gotta put that thing in the water, don't you?
It's in the water. That's a
Yeah.
sore subject right now. So.
I'm sorry. Well, it's okay. It's actually sitting at the bottom of the bay because Guapo and I took it out and
All right.
wrecked it.
I can claim it on my insurance. I got good
Just-
insurance on it. So.
It just got stolen, though, right? Nobody knows what happened.
That'd be awesome.
That's where I kept my ARs.
Steve Hilton. I know I read this article. Oh. Yeah, okay. So Newsom apparently has some break the glass in case of fire emergency protocol.
They are the ones that put this stupid voting system in place, and now it's not working for them this one time. So they're going to change the rules at last
This
minute.
is what the Democrats do. They scream about democracy until they lose the vote. And then you're ending democracy. It's like, no, you lost the vote. They're going to run 2 Republicans on this ticket, aren't they? And there's not much they can do about it at this point. Newsom really doesn't have much authority at this point, does he? It's too late.
Well,
Don't doubt the Democrats.
that's what he's coming out and saying. He's got this plan to like save the world, save the Democrat Party in California.
How is that not seen as blatant cheating? It's like, I'm going to change the voting system as it's happening.
Right.
The same shit Pennsylvania did with the mail-in votes, and the Supreme Court
Yeah.
refused to touch it going in or coming out. That your brother?
Yeah, that's my brother.
All right.
He wanted to be famous, be on the podcast.
Oh, famous. He,
I
looked
think
like
he was famous.
he came across like a cartoon through the fog. The fuzz in the background. But oh my god, I just don't understand how people don't see this and like, well, that's not right.
hmm
It's
It's
one thing to
not.
say.
I mean, they wanted this rule in place so they could control state politics for the foreseeable future. And now, because they decided to run horrible candidates, this is what happens,
Yeah, what's her name there? The woman, Ross,
Mhm.
Rose, Brass. What's
Somebody
her
must
name?
have got paid this weekend. They're drinking Guinness.
Oh, you're muted over there, brother.
Yeah, I got it was just this 3-day weekend, so let me get 3 years.
It is a 3-day weekend. It is Memorial Day.
Yes,
and
I'm
let's take
riding in a parade on Monday.
No,
I was
Nice.
not selected as Grand Marshal, but I'm still riding in the parade on a big deuce and a half truck that one of my nephew's friends owns. Riding in the back.
It's a lot of vehicle. You gonna break out your Dixie cup?
No, I'm gonna wear my VFW hat.
Oh, by the way, I found my sea bag after I came back from my trip on the ocean.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Was it in the storage locker in Virginia?
No, it's over. It was downstairs. I was mad. I was like, I know I moved into this house with it.
You can buy them on Amazon.
Yeah, I know, but this is the problem. We keep bringing up about the Democrats. They keep putting policies in place to secure their victory in the future.
And
Well, and then-
eventually it backfires on him.
And then they say, "Who put this stupid plan into policy?" It's
Yeah.
like you
You
did,
did.
and you call this all Nazis or evil racists for not agreeing with it in the first place. Just like, for the love of God, how much longer are the Democrats going to complain that they're not allowed to segregate the vote by color?
You're gonna keep doing it to this. Everybody vote them out.
This is what I was talking about last time, Brian, with my brother saying Omega guys are all segregationists. And I'm like, you guys are upset that you can't segregate the vote by color.
Right.
And that just, it's like, who's
That's
the
racist.
segregationist here? Yeah, I was like, that's the segregationist here.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel apparently did a signing off thing, and so did Jimmy Fallon when Colbert did his last episode.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't
But
either.
yeah, apparently Jimmy Kimmel's sister-in-law has been accused of flipping out on a baker with what's his name? David
Spencer
what's his
Pratt.
name? Spencer Pratt. Yeah, Spencer Pratt. Cookies, like
Yeah.
Vote Pratt and everything.
Mm.
Well, it turns out that this baker has been there for years, is like a well-known spot, and also their house burned down in the Palisades fire as well. I don't know how much you guys have been following the Spencer Pratt guy, but I'd like to see him win the ticket out there in California. But he's second on the list,
Okay.
behind the
Yeah,
other.
I mean, the problem is we've seen other Republican governors before, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and
That's
the
why I
re-
think this.
because
go ahead.
the legislature is so heavily Democrat. It's almost like there's all he can do is like veto stuff.
And Schwarzenegger was a rhino anyway. He was the one who came out and
Yeah.
said, "Screw your freedom" when
Yep.
COVID happened, right?
Oh, he lost a lot of good points for everybody. He was trying to backtrack it.
But Pratt, not even. He's on the Republican ticket,
Yeah.
but he's not really a Republican. I mean,
Okay.
he's just like, my
He's a
fucking
Republican.
house burned down. You guys told me to fuck myself.
Right.
And now they're like, you don't really live in a trailer, do you? You have. He goes, my house burned down.
And then you won't let me rebuild.
Yeah, you won't let me rebuild my house, so I'm in a. So yeah, but you have a nice plot of land that's burned to the ground. It's like, it's a great. I have a plot of land worth a bunch of money in theory that I can't sell and I can't build on.
Right.
I mean, you end up
So
like
they're
Wabo
like-
sitting on an acre of land for
20 years.
yeah, for 20
Yeah.
years. That's I'll tell you what though, I bet that's
Well-
gone up in value since you bought it.
No, unless I put something in it. Everybody was accused of Pratt that he was living in Bel Air. You live in Bel Air hotel. So he made that Bel Air video. You seen it?
I've seen a bunch of the AI videos that people made that he's been sharing, and they are freaking hilarious.
No, you need to watch the.
They got
Prince of
Karen
Bel-Air.
Bass as Darth Vader. It's hilarious.
No, you need to watch the Prince. He did the Prince of Bel Air by him in his trailer.
Okay.
I didn't see that one, but I'll have to check it out.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's funny.
It turns out he did make most of those. Those were people that like him making videos that were
Yeah.
shared that he then shared. But yeah, he's
they were
going
talking
like,
about that on the No Agenda show.
yeah, he's going big viral for his the meme ads for him, which is great, dude. If you got other people making your campaign ads for you,
Yeah.
you have
Yeah,
plausible
use it.
deniability at that point, right? It's
Oh,
like I didn't make
even,
it.
Right.
even the other politicians going against it, they make a video, make it sounds good. Like, yeah, this is true too.
All right, who's this Maureen Galladino? Oh,
They want to jail Zionists.
you broke up pretty bad there.
They want to jail American Zionists. It's
Yeah,
also going to
she's
be a castration processing center.
yeah,
Democrat.
she wants to use the
candidate-
ice in Texas.
Yeah. I know what.
Yeah,
It's in.
well, she came
she's
out-
running for a primary in the Texas newly redrawn 35th district. So
Yeah, and she's coming out with all these anti-Israel things and saying that we need to put these Zionists in concentration camps and castrate them. And I'm like, and you're calling people Nazis. You're saying put people in concentration camps and castrate them. Well, anyway, she came out and complained about the backlash that came from it. Because everyone's like, who the fuck are you? And you know what kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And she's blaming the press and the Democrat Party for putting her message out there. Yeah.
You're a politician. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, could you imagine this anywhere else? Could you imagine if instead of the Jews, because somehow that's okay again to hate the Jews. Could you imagine if it was any other group besides white American, even if it was Asian, and you said it's okay to hate on these people? Or shit, Michigan, University of Michigan just got a bunch of shit for like a 2-hour thing at graduation when the guy just talked shit about Jews and told people to keep giving him a hard time on campus. And it's like, could you imagine if they said black people instead of Jews? You know, or Native Americans. Do people realize how few Jews there are on this planet?
No.
There's still less now than there were before the Holocaust.
There's even like what, like white people are like 8% of the population on Earth.
7 from what I heard.
Something like that.
Yes, you want to push a global position and you want to talk about minorities, then here you go. Only 7% of the population is white. Yeah, I don't think she's going anywhere in Texas. I think she's just another loudmouth who's going to get swept aside because she said something really stupid. And this guy here, I read this article today too. This he's a pastor in Alabama. He's running for the governorship, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got he's got video of him out there like smoking blunts and cussing people out and stuff. I'm like, this guy's a pastor. And when he took he only got 35th place in the Democrat primary, only 4.3% of the votes, which is basically his immediate family and friends.
Right.
He then blamed old white men and women that he couldn't get his own party to vote for him.
But you got to be appealing to more than just African Americans. You know, you got to be able to appeal to, you know, a broader spectrum of constituents.
Well, I just don't know what kind of moron is going to vote for the person who says that you personally are a bad person because of the color of your skin and the plumbing you have. Like, how much did the Democrat Party do this about white men for, you know what I mean? It was years before they finally started to back off a little bit. It's like, oh, white men aren't voting for us. Well, I wonder why. You called them all fucking Nazis and xenophobic racists.
Yeah, they left
you
your
know?
party for that reason.
It's like they left. They're like, all right, I guess I don't belong here. So
yeah,
those guys over there said they'll buy me a beer and some freaking wings, you know? Oh, the super mayor, Tiffany Henyard.
Yeah.
Remember how we mentioned she was going to run as a Republican?
Yeah.
Well, she did, and she went the next county over, I believe. And
she won.
Yes, Fulton County. She went over to Fulton County. She ran unopposed in the primary. So, I mean, the fact that
she's a Republican now?
Yes, she ran on the Republican ticket, and the only reason why, again, she won is because she was unopposed. But that means that Fulton County is putting up nothing.
Yeah.
To try to compete with the Democrats.
Right.
Because I don't know. I don't know how much you remember. We talked about her here and there, but I followed her career because I was very interested in what was going on. Jeremy Hambley from The Quartering was my primary source from that. I'm sure Guapo knows who that guy is.
Yeah, he's been in trouble.
He's been into some trouble lately. I honestly don't know why, and I don't care.
Yeah, do you hear about Stick Hicks?
Sticks Hexenhammer 666. Yeah, he's an alcoholic and depressed.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, I've watched that deterioration occur, and I stopped paying attention to him like 2 years ago. Honestly,
he's rambling on right now.
Yeah, he still shows up in my feed. And I'm like, I don't want to hear what this guy has
Yeah.
to say anymore.
Yeah, he lost his credibility.
And he used to be genuinely fun. Like it was 6 minutes, and he would give
Yeah.
good points.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
'cause-
okay, cool. Yeah,
Good luck getting it out of your feed.
Oh,
No,
I'm still
you can
subscribed.
subscribe. Yeah,
I'm still subscribed to him. I'm hoping he turns it around because I used to see him on other shows all the time. Like, there you go. Is that why Jeremy's in trouble is being affiliated with Styx? Because they do that show with Hannah Claire Brimelow, don't they?
yeah, something like that. But he got so wasted in the show, he passed out, and the court was like, you know what, you just fired. Just
Oh, like like when Alex Jones was on Tim Pool's show, Timcast IRL.
uh
Alex Jones got so sick he had to get up and leave because he was so drunk.
huh. Like damn.
And it was funny because Tim was like, normally I wouldn't bring this kind of stuff up because it's not everyone's business, but it was live on our show. We kind of have to address what just happened here. You know, it's like
Right.
the man can't stand up, he can't speak. He's thrown up twice since he's been here.
What time did the show was going on? Like 8 o'clock, like us or something like that? Yeah, it actually was.
Timcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on Monday through Friday at 8 p.m.
Yeah, something like that. And that's what
The live
that's
show.
what
But this
everyone
last
started drinking, but they're already wasted by the time. Yeah, it's not like we are different. We're not saying we're professional. We're just like, hey, we just having fun drinking beers.
well, Alex Jones had a rough run for a while there.
He lost
Let's-
a lot of
let's-
weight.
Yes, he did. He might have just puked it all out, but I'm talking about he got sued and lost a case that was the entire GDP of France
Yeah.
over putting out misinformation.
Yeah.
But that's a little terrifying.
Yep.
All right, so Ebola has come up again in conversation. Everyone's talking about Ebola. We see this every year, don't we, Brian? We talk about this.
There's we see these. It goes in a cycle, you know. It's Ebola, hantavirus,
COVID.
What was the one where the head shrink?
I don't know what you're talking about that, but I mean, you got Chinese respiratory virus,
it began with a Z, Zika, the Zika,
a Zika virus.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when we see Ebola show up every year, a handful of cases, even in the United States. Fuck. Last year, I'm sure you remember, we had cases of the bubonic plague in California and in Chicago.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, Ebola's showing up again. Everyone's gonna die. No, don't go to fucking a shithole African nation and drink from stagnant water that someone is pooping in 20 feet away from you, and you'll probably be okay. You know?
Right.
I mean, granted, that's not how Ebola spreads, but you're putting yourself in a situation to get diseases.
Yeah.
And everyone's terrified of Ebola because what was Outbreak? Was that the book?
There was a movie about it too.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I think it was Outbreak was Ebola, right? When you would crash and bleed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just sounds nasty. Meanwhile, this has blown my mind. Hantavirus. It's not supposed to be communicable from person to person.
No.
It never has been. And then there was this theory that this one strain might be able to with like close, intimate contact, basically sex.
Yeah.
Or sharing needles. But now they're talking about lockdowns and millions are infected worldwide. Normally you get hantavirus from breathing in like decomposing rodent shit.
Yeah, and the Trump's banned some of these countries from coming to the United States right now.
So they're basically quarantining them?
Yeah.
Must do.
Because a flight that was supposed to land in Detroit had to be diverted to Canada because there was somebody that was on the flight that wasn't supposed to be on the flight. And they weren't even necessarily infected, but they were coming from the country where this is all going down right now.
You think you would ban flights? Like, sorry, you stay there. Sorry. It's crazy.
Well, let's be real about this. most of your quote pandemics affect the elderly and the very, very young more than anything else. COVID, for example, like 90% of the people killed were over 65, and the other, and like 8% were under 15. For the
Mhm.
most part, anyone else who died from COVID related stuff was because they got a fucking vaccine and their heart stopped working right, about myocarditis, pericarditis stuff. We're doing an awful lot of panicking for something that only affects a piece of the population, and especially, and pardon my vulgarity, on this, but a big piece of that population is on the way out anyway. You know?
Yeah.
So what do you know anything about this Trump RX, Trump prescription thing? I guess
Oh,
he's
he came out with a new website, so you can
You can order drugs directly through them. They're supposed
yes,
to be cheaper than the
like the
pharmacy.
Amazon. It's like the Amazon pharmacy.
yeah, they're they're the generic drugs that people
Mhm.
drive to Mexico or Canada to buy, right?
Mhm.
You don't have to
It,
get Purdue Pharma OxyContin.
it's all Ratatouille's fault.
Oh, what?
Ratatouille's fault.
Rat, wasn't he like an
Uh,
animated rat or something?
yeah, hantavirus.
Oh, okay.
I'm streaming on YouTube because I was on the phone before we started the show with a friend that wanted me to stream it so he could chime in. So he just hopped on.
Had we known that, I would have made an effort to put some little video clips in here for us.
Mhm.
We don't usually do a video portion of this.
No, just
Well, I'll send you the Spencer Pratt Paul Belair. So
Well, the broads on the View, they were clucking again.
yep. You don't
They're
have that
upset.
sound clip anymore.
Oh, hold on, I might actually. No, it must be somewhere else. Unless, yeah, I must have saved it somewhere else. I used to use that one a lot, didn't I?
Yeah, yeah, because I was doing there for a while. I was making it a segment of the show.
And
Get
what?
a get a view clip every show.
Uh, but yeah, they were clucking about this new Trump RX thing, and one of these Joy Behar, I think it was, like snapped at Alyssa Farah Griffin, and I only know that because I read this article twice because they pissed me off so much. Um, about how Trump put his name on it. It's gonna fail and we're all gonna die. And she
Right.
brought up like Trump University and Trump steaks, and I was like, first of all, Trump steaks still exist. The Trump hotels, that's what they're buying. You're not buying Trump steak, okay? Trump Hotel is buying it. If you want to get butthurt about this, go ahead and say it's a horizontal monopoly. He's growing the cows, producing the cows, slaughtering the cows, butchering the cows, prepping
Mhm.
the cows, and serving the cows.
Yeah.
That's actually an argument you could have instead of saying they don't really exist. That's just because you've never been to a Trump hotel.
Right.
I don't know what happened to Trump University. Honestly, that sounds like it would fail. Honestly, unless it's some kind of not actual university, but
Right. I
something
don't
like
think
it was a real state university.
yeah. See, if it was something that was like you get a certificate in business
Now,
decisions or the art of the deal.
yeah.
well they sent Dr. Oz to, take care of the situation, so
Yeah, what happened to that link?
what link?
There was a link about the Dr. Oz there. Oh, never mind. It's the same article. Oh, I don't know how I just did that. Yeah, his response is way down in there too. Oh,
Yeah.
it was something about how we don't have a vaccine for Trump derangement syndrome yet.
Yeah. Need to work on one.
Yeah.
What, gonna inject
like, oh,
common sense?
Yeah. Common sense ain't a thing, dude. It used to be when repercussions were real,
Anymore.
but you can get away with the dumbest shit these days. Like, I don't know how many times I've said right here, sitting here, that my first car came with an owner's manual that told me how to change the timing on the engine. Right, if I could advance it or retard it 5 degrees
Right.
myself with basic tools. The owner's manual for my new truck advises me not to drink the contents of my fucking lead acid battery. Maybe it's time to take these warning labels off. You know what I mean?
The nature tickets out, of course.
Well, just like the caution, contents are hot with the hot coffee
Yeah.
from McDonald's.
'Cause they got sued, so they had to start putting that on all their coffee cups and putting signs up at the drive-thru.
And it turns out McDonald's coffee was exceptionally hot. But the reasoning they had behind that was you didn't drink your coffee on your way to work. It sat in your car and you got to work and you would drink your coffee and it was at the right temp.
Yeah. Makes
They
sense.
they ended up winning that case in the end. But that poor woman did get burned horrifically. But I mean, it makes sense why they would do that. Maybe that's why Dunkin' Donuts uses the thicker styrofoam cups, you know?
Yeah. Well, they're illegal in Virginia now.
Yeah, most places actually these days. Do you guys see the fucking air show where the Navy wrecked 2 jets?
Yeah.
There's a
People were
Navy
freaking out about how much those jets cost and what a waste of money it was.
What do you think? What do you think? During exercise happen. Accidents always happen.
Yeah, but this wasn't
Yes.
a training exercise. This was an air show.
Yeah, but I'm saying like in just training pilots, accidents gonna happen. That's what it does.
Yes.
Too.
And now you take the best pilots in the world and have them do extremely difficult, dangerous procedures. Occasionally, you're going to have accidents.
Yeah.
Crazy thing is, all 4 dudes got out into the ground safely.
Yeah, that's.
Oh,
I mean, that you can replace them, but not human life.
That's just wild that they collided. What were they? 15s?
16.
Yeah, 15 is Air Force, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, they're EA 18G Growlers. What's EA?
Electronic. They had the little hook on the front for a radar. They're jamming. They're jamming planes.
Oh, like a Hawkeye, but not a Hawkeye. Well, actually, a Hawkeye does the picture taking, doesn't it?
The Hawkeye's with the plate on the top. The Intruder's the one with the little thing in front.
Yeah, the big dome on the roof. That thing's crazy. It makes you wonder, it's like, how do they not irradiate the crap out of the pilots when they turn that giant dish on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's protected by the cabin.
Well, we talked about last week about we're pulling 5K troops out of Germany because Germany ran their mouth. And now apparently the Department of War is pissed off at the rest of Europe and they're pulling out about 4,000 soldiers, but it's a what do they call it? A brigade combat team.
Yeah, in Poland.
Which Poland's actually doing their piece, paying their 2% or whatever it is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But this group includes artillery, heavy weapons, to include tanks. So, you know, I guess they're not that worried about Russia making a move if they're going to keep talking trash about all this stuff.
Yeah, but I think Trump's limited in what he can do with the troops because Congress has got a mandate on how many troops are supposed to be in Europe. So,
yeah, but see, that's the thing is, shouldn't he take them from like Germany and put them in Poland?
I would. Poland's more friendly to us right now than Germany is.
I would even say Spain because Spain's closer to the issue going on in the Middle East. But Spain doesn't want to have anything to do with us.
Yeah, exactly. He should be pulling people out of Spain.
Actually, that's a great idea, and let Spain deal with the fallout. I mean, what Iran was hitting UAE,
yeah,
with mid-range rockets. Don't know how geographically aware everyone is, but Spain's not that much further away from Iran than UAE is.
No.
And apparently the Democrats in Senate have pushed through a bill with the help of a handful of Republicans to basically handcuff Trump with his war powers stuff.
Yeah, but it's still got to get through the House of Representatives, and Trump's got to sign it into law.
Unless they get it veto proof it, right?
They're not going to get that.
60%, 2/3.
They're not going to get that.
I don't even know what they're trying to do to him. Like, what
They're
are they
trying to make
to?
it so he has to come to Congress and declare war.
What? So they can
They
give
want
it
to be
away,
able
like,
to control what
later?
he's doing in Iran more.
So they want the authority back that they abdicated so many years ago because they
Yes.
didn't want to do their jobs.
Right, exactly.
I mean, how many of these three-letter agencies have been turned over by Congress to do the jobs of Congress by the executive?
And no, and they got upset because like they're getting upset with the EPA. Like, what do you do this? Like, we cannot do this thing because we cannot create laws. You know, and that's Congresswoman was getting upset with when the secretary, they're like, oh, you need to force climate change. Like, I can't. There's no law for it. You know.
I tell you what, right before Trump gets out of office, here's what the Republicans do. They go ahead and go write a bill doing exactly that. It's going to take the power of war away from the office of the executive and hand it back to the Congress and give the president only emergency actions.
Right.
Basically responses, not preemptive, unless they get, some kind of special something. I don't even know what it would be. Maybe you just have to speak to the Speaker of the House to get an emergency action to stop a bombing from happening. But they do this right before Trump gets out of office, and watch the Democrats refuse to sign it.
They will.
And then you make sure that you bring up all of this shit they're doing right now and throw it right back in the news cycle and say, these people don't really want any of this shit. They just want to be the opposition. They don't have anything to stand on. They don't have a leg. They don't have the Democrats have no plan for now or the future. All they know is, I don't like what's happening. What the fuck do you want to do instead? I don't like a lot of stuff that's going on. I don't like a tax policy. I have a couple ideas on how to do taxes. No one gives a fuck, in my opinion. Maybe if I was a congressman, I could write a bill and see where it went. Maybe shits and giggles. Maybe I'll write one up and pass it on to my congressman and see what he thinks.
There you go.
That would be fun.
You can run for Congress.
I like my congressman, man. I got Justice.
Okay.
Yeah, Jim Justice.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be the oddly enough, the state's attorney's general here. His name was Justice. But yeah, I like him, and I don't want to take his job. Maybe I'll just write and see if he'll put it up there and see if anyone gives a fuck. Put it out there in general. Be like, hey, here's an idea how to tax differently. Why are we taxing you on basic needs like gasoline, for example, to drive your work necessary vehicle, because you drive a pickup truck to work because you work in the woods. For example, you're a logger. Why are you paying this ridiculous tax and insurance tax because you are in a particularly dangerous area? Meanwhile, the guy driving a Ferrari down the mountain roads at 80 miles an hour is paying the same tax. Maybe the guy who can afford to buy the Ferrari should pay a much bigger tax. And not the person who can afford to buy the Ferrari, the person who did buy the Ferrari. Don't tax the wealthy, tax the spending of wealth.
Okay.
Your billionaires are still going to buy super yachts, and you know that. And this is where you can bring in your tax money on sales tax, so you don't have to worry about, you know what I mean? Instead of an income tax. I think, income tax is absolutely unacceptable, period. We need to find another way to tax the people to pay for this shit. And first, we need to stop paying for less shit. This is something that Guapo and I talked about when I was in Virginia. How Virginia's trying to figure out how to pay everything off, but they haven't set up a fucking budget yet. So how the hell are they going to figure out how much they need to pay off?
Oh, don't start with that shit now.
See?
So Louis Lucas, she's upset because they beat her fucking weed bill. And now she's holding the budget in fucking contempt. So we may see a government shutdown in Virginia.
Yeah, I saw all sorts of stuff coming out lately about cannabis in Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
And it
they
looks
got
like
vetoed, so it's not going to happen anytime.
Yeah, but Lucas, that was Lucas' bill. Senator Lucas, the one to be investigated by the FBI.
Yeah, because she's got Medicinal dispensaries right now.
Medicina.
Thing is, that's a stepping stone, and we all know it.
yeah,
Every
yeah.
state that's done in medicinal has always moved on to recreational.
Then there's a hardcore drugs.
Yeah, and Virginia's so far behind the curve on this one. They may as well just go ahead. Fuck, they already said you can grow it in your yard, didn't they?
Yeah, 5 plants.
Then why can't I buy it too?
Because they haven't set a tax or something.
They haven't set up the mechanisms to regulate it and tax it.
Literally just copy California. Isn't that what Virginia's doing anyway?
Little by little, but
I'm pretty much
Abigail, they got it both. Oh, she's upset because she's upset with what Lucas made her do to push the 10-1 bill. That's why she vetoed it, just to be spiteful. So it's like a bitter fucking war going on here.
Well, that's the problem. Is it's tit for tat and quid pro quo, et cetera,
Mhm.
et cetera. And I owe you a favor for getting me into office, but I don't want to do it. And
Yeah.
the problem is the reason why you don't find good people running for office who won't do that shit is because they're out earning an honest living and being successful in life.
Right.
Why would you? Just like Bongino. I understand why Bongino wanted to help, and I understand why he gave up.
'Cause
He
you
wasn't
can't
getting
help.
shit. He couldn't change shit, and he was making a ton of money and happy as a civilian.
Yeah.
The coffee
know?
was 180 to 190 degrees Fahrenheit in McDonald's coffee.
They 190 is near boiling. 212 is
the
boiling.
lady got skin graft.
And a straight line flight, the distance from Spain to Iran is approximately 3186 miles, while the flight distance between Iran and UAE is 554 miles. So you're a little
Okay,
off on your
I was
distance.
way off. My apologies. For some reason, I was thinking UAE was further north than it must be then.
He was a navigator in the Navy, so he's into all that kind of stuff.
I was no navigator. No, I woke up and the ship was hundreds of miles away. That's what happened.
You got left behind.
Oh, dear God. No, I'd be in jail still if that happened. Missing ship's movement. This is fascinating.
Yeah, they wanted a Women History Museum bill, and they got it.
So the Republicans are like, okay, we'll build a women's history museum. And now the Dems are all upset that it's not only women.
Who?
And this... the Democrat Party pushed for a women's museum. Women's history museum on the National Mall in D.C.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Yes, and now they're upset because you can't just call yourself a woman and be counted as part of this.
Oh. Oh, dude, this is gonna be these fucking Democrats are impossible.
Yeah, no, that's the thing is that you guys said you wanted a women's thing. This is what women are. He's like, well, I'm non-binary. He's like, well, that's not a woman, is it?
Yeah.
You guys didn't complain for a non-binary.
Yeah, the
history
bill
museum.
didn't include any protections against left-wing content from appearing in the museum either. So
you can't tell me that non-binary is different than woman, and then be upset that we don't count the non-binaries with the women. I mean, why am I calling you Zer if you're she, her? And granted, I don't do Zer, and the only people I even humor with this stuff are people I actually personally know and respect.
Okay.
Claire is an example. Grown adult who made a decision to switch teams, I guess, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
I think it's fucking crazy, but whatever. But this Claire's also not demanding we all change the way we live our lives and use ridiculous pronouns. Claire wants to just live as a woman.
Right.
Instead of, you have to treat me special. My mama told me I'm special. Yeah, well, my mama told me retarded is another word for special.
And then Peter Thiel wants to back $140 million Series B, which is like a fundraiser for investment for wave-powered floating AI nodes. So data centers in Michigan, that's a big fight right now because they're trying to put data centers everywhere and get rid of farmland and put a data center on it, and towns near them don't want it, but somehow the data centers are still going up. So,
well,
this would put the data centers into the ocean.
The ocean or the Great Lakes?
I I think it was ocean. Let me look at this.
Ocean makes sense, but the Great Lakes are affected by tides too.
Yeah,
And you said
solid-
Michigan.
Solid.
Ocean nodes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is this gonna block out the sun and kill any photosynthetic life? You know what I mean? I'm just saying it's gonna if it kills the plankton, the microalgae, then the stuff that eats that will die, and the stuff that
Well,
eats that will die.
seawater would help with cooling, and they would get the power from ocean waves, would generate the
Use
electricity.
Alaska. It's already empty, and it's cold.
They've got a manufacturing facility near Portland, Oregon. They plan to put 3 systems in place in the northern Pacific Ocean by 2026 to test them out.
Careful. Was it Massachusetts that did something similar with the wind turbines, and now everyone's complaining because you can see them from shore?
Well, there's none by Cape Cod.
What's that?
They didn't put them out in Cape Cod.
No, because that's where fucking Obama and Oprah have houses, and there's definitely no illegal immigrants in Cape Cod. We know that,
No,
right?
not at all. Nope.
No, we know that because they rounded them up a couple of years ago and sent them out of state. Remember? What was it? 20 guys showed up to Martha's Vineyard. Like, nope, you're
Yeah, because
gone.
Florida flew them in.
The thing is, you can't even fly to Martha's Vineyard. Well, you can, but you're going on a fucking dual prop water plane. Did you see Wings on TV?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that show.
It took place in Nantucket, not Martha's
Yeah.
Vineyard. That's
Yeah.
right. You could fly from the airport in Nantucket and land in the water at Martha's Vineyard,
Okay.
or to the Cape Cod, Provincetown, the tip.
Mm.
Yeah, that's where all your that and Fire Island is where the homosexuals congregated in the 80s and 90s. Provincetown, Fire Island off the coast of New York.
Something that's not in here, but you just jogged my memory that Barney Frank passed away this week.
Mm.
Yeah, was he the one that was on Saturday Night Live?
No, he's a
no, he was
politician.
he was a congressman for Massachusetts. Long time he was close friends with Kennedy.
Okay. No, there was a senator, I think, maybe a congressman who was a Saturday Night Live guy, but Barney Fife, maybe?
Mm.
He was the guy who was like, you're good enough, you're smart enough, and gosh darn it, you can do it. Talk in the mirror back in the 70s and 80s.
I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, I saw he died, and I was like, I know the name. I don't know why I know the name.
No, you know.
He was the first openly gay congressman, so that's what-
Just like Peter Thiel. Like, I know that name, but I'm not sure why I know the name.
Damn. Now you got me fucking wondering about that.
All right, I think we mentioned this last week, Brian. The upcoming Achilles story, Odyssey.
Yeah.
Apparently, we're just a little ahead of the curve, but more and more people are coming out saying, "What the hell are you doing with the casting?"
Right.
You want to win an Oscar, and in order to be part of the Oscar nominee, you had to have representation of minority groups. So, that's what he wants. He won an Oscar for this.
Yeah, but he made Helen of Troy a black woman with black hair and dark
Minority
eyes.
representation. That's why he won the Oscar. You cannot win an Oscar unless you have those 2 requirements: no representation, and I forgot the other one. So that's why he's doing this.
I understand that, but this is
It's gonna flop.
Yeah, but
especially if Elliot Page is Achilles. That's just it's a joke. It's embarrassing. Well, they had
Couldn't they made the siren sound people black females?
Sirens.
Yeah.
Where the mermaid mythology come from?
Yeah, and I got a question about the story itself. Why is the Odyssey so much more famous than the Iliad?
I don't know.
Do you guys even know the? Do you
Yeah,
guys even know the
Iliad
difference?
The beginning, the Odyssey is the second. The Odyssey is where he got lost.
Well, the Odyssey is the story of the trip to the fight, and versus the Iliad was the actual battle.
Yes.
So like the Odyssey, he saw the sirens called them in, and he had to deal with the Gorgon and all that stuff.
Yeah, Odysseus had to deal with it. There's a great. They just recently made a movie called The Return. It's just a scene like towards the end where he crossed, like he had tried to regain his kingdom. It was actually a good movie.
What gets me though is what the last Achilles was Brad Pitt, I think.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
When he was shredded.
Mm-hmm.
Elliot Page is built like me if I didn't eat for like a week and a half and did a bunch of crunches. Like I'm not Achilles is supposed to be this shredded, all but invulnerable monster, right? And Helen of Troy is supposed to be the most beautiful woman ever in the history of the world. The face that launched 1,000 ships, right?
Yeah, probably it was propaganda for the movie, the one the Troy with Brad Pitt. They kind of like narrowed it down a little bit, like why the launcher, like she's the most beautiful wife and everything because the Spartan King, but he wanted his wife back, but he wanted an excuse to go to war.
See, that always confused me a little bit because I've heard the same thing about was it Nefertiti?
Right.
The Egyptian woman was supposed to be so beautiful that Alexander the Great was swayed by her. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since I've read any of this stuff.
Oh, you can start reading it again.
Yeah, SpaceX, Brian, is in the news.
They're trying to do an IPO. So they've had to release some of their Starlink subscriber numbers and financials so that they can do their IPO.
IPO, I mean go public?
Yeah.
So I'll be able to buy stocks in SpaceX.
SpaceX, yes.
That's the internet company.
And the jet company. They're all
rockets.
in one company.
Because they have to launch rockets, they have to have satellites.
Yeah, and they want to do this sooner rather than later because Amazon's launching their satellites now to compete with Starlink. So
and this is the only way to get more money.
Interesting.
And they just got approval from the FCC to acquire EchoStar's broadband information frequencies and stuff. So they're thinking they're going to be able to lower the elevation of the satellites down lower, and they're hoping to get even faster speeds out of the internet for the Starlink. Because right now it's capped out at 400 megabits. But they're thinking that they get them closer to the Earth, they can get them more up to like the satellites could go all the way up to like gigabyte internet.
Yeah, we gotta be careful. Didn't we just have a satellite fall out of orbit that the United States shot out of the sky?
That was Amazon.
It was always falling out of the sky. So.
All right, there's not much left in here to talk about. Kyle Busch died of sepsis from pneumonia. He's a NASCAR legend.
Yep, at 41.
Yeah, and Mark Furman died. He was the cop who was accused of like planting evidence in the O.J. Simpson case. No one's got a comment on that one. I'm surprised.
I barely remember.
I remember watching the Ford Bronco drew down the road.
If the glove does not fit, you must have quit.
Yeah. They acquitted.
All right, well, Brian, that's our show.
All right.
Let's pinch this one off so I can take a pee.
Okay.
Oh, I got the wrong music playing, but
that's fine. Or you could play the Bel Air song.
Yeah, it's the